Hey, second graders. So today we're going to be learning how to draw 3D shapes. So I'm actually going to write that on here. 3D shapes. So you guys all should know what regular 2D shapes are. 2D shapes are just flat shapes, just like basic shapes like a square, a rectangle, a diamond or rhombus, a circle, an oval, those kinds of shapes. 3D shapes, however, are shapes that show the other side, or three-dimensional shapes. They're shapes that look like they're more realistic. For example, a cube looks kind of like a box. A cone kind of looks like an ice cream cone or a party hat. A sphere, yes, that does look just like a circle for now, but if you would shade it in, it would look more like a sphere, like a ball. This one is a cylinder, a rectangular prism, and then a pyramid. So those are the six basic 3D shapes. So we're going to learn how to draw these today. Once you learn how to draw them, then it's really cool. You can create different things with them. For example, you could draw a cube and then you could make it into some other picture. You could make it into a box. You could make it into like something like sticking out of it, or you could make a pyramid into like a tent, or you could make the cylinder into like a can of pop or a drink or something like that. There's tons of things you could do with 3D shapes. So we're going to learn how to draw each one of these basic shapes to begin, and then once you learn how to do them, you guys can then create different things with them. Okay, so you do need just a regular piece of paper and a pencil to start, and then we'll get started. Okay, so we're going to draw all six basic 3D shapes together. The first one, and it doesn't really matter where you guys put them on your paper. I kind of just scattered mine around, but it's really up to you. So I'm going to do my first one here, and the first one is a sphere. So again, I said this before, but a sphere is just a circle. The only way that it actually looks 3D is when you add shading to it, and it then makes it look more rounded. But for now, it's just a circle. The rest of them look more 3D as you draw. If you would like to write what the word of each one is, you may do that underneath. Sphere is S-P-H-E-R-E. You don't have to do the writing, but if you want to have that for information, you may do that. Okay, number 2 is called a cone. So a cone, you guys are going to start with an oval. This is also called an ellipse. So when you're drawing a 3D shape, the oval part is actually called an ellipse. Okay, and then once you have that, you're going to draw a diagonal line going down, and then another diagonal line going down. So that is like the right side up, that would be like an ice cream cone. And then if you were to draw it the other way, you could do this as well if you would like. It would be like a party hat. Okay, so this one is called a cone. C-O-N-E, cone. Okay, number 3 is a cube. So a cube, I'm going to show you guys 2 different ways to draw the cube. Okay, the first one's kind of like a cheating way, but it's a little bit easier. So what you do is you're going to start by drawing just a square, like that. Once you have your square, you're going to overlap another square in the corner of that square, right? Okay, now you're going to connect the corners of each little corner there. You're going to connect them. So now you have your cube, your box. That's the easy way to do it, kind of like the cheating way. The other way is if you just draw your square start to start, and then you draw a line going up diagonally on 3 of the corners, all going towards the same way. And then you're going to draw a straight line connecting those two. You might have to like extend it a little bit. Same thing over here, like that. Okay, so there's 2 different ways to draw a cube. So I'm going to write that there, C-U-B-E, cube. That's kind of where they got the name ice cube. And then that is supposed to look like a box. Okay, once you have your cube, let's move on to the next one, which is number 4. So this one's a cylinder. So you're going to draw, again, you're going to draw your ellipse. So your sideways oval, kind of like a flat oval. And then you're going to draw a straight line going down on each side of the ellipse. And then underneath here, you're going to draw a curved line connecting them. That's a closed one. And then if you want to show the other side, you can draw a dotted line. And that shows, oh, you can't even see that. You know what? I'm going to use this. You can see it a lot better. Okay, so this is our cylinder. Cylinder is C-Y-L-I-N-D-E-R. Cylinder. Okay. Number 5 is our rectangular prism. That's kind of a big word, but it's basically the same thing as your square, except it's longer. Okay, so you're going to draw a rectangle to start. You're going to draw lines all going diagonally towards away. Could be the other way too. You're going to draw a straight line going up and then connecting those, and then another straight line in the back there connecting those. So that is our rectangle. And then to show the other side, if you wanted to do that, you could always draw a dotted line. So that just kind of shows where like the back of the box is. You don't have to do that, but if you wanted to. Okay, and then this is rectangular prism. So it's R-E-C-T-A-N-G-U-L-A-R, and then the word prism, P-R-I-S-M. Okay, and then the last one is going to be your pyramid. So this is the triangular one. Okay, so basically you start with a triangle. Then you're going to draw a line like that, and then connecting it. So that's a closed one. That one's super easy. It would already be done. If you want to show the other side, then you would draw, let's see, it goes like that, and then like that. It would show the other side of that pyramid. And then you guys know the Great Pyramids of Egypt. That's where they got the name for this pyramid. Okay? So those are all of my basic 3D shapes. So the next thing, like I said, that you can do, you can color this if you want. I'm going to put this one back up that I finished outlining. You guys can outline it if you want. You can color it if you want. Or you can now take these shapes that you learned and you could create some other kind of drawing with them. That is totally up to you. If I was going to color it, I think maybe I would start with my sphere and maybe do some shading. I know we talked a little bit about shading before. But basically what you would do for that is you just start on one side pressing hard, making your shading dark. And then once you kind of go away from the dark spot, you make it medium, so then you press not as hard. And then once you get to the end, you press super light, and then I'm going to actually leave part of a little white spot there. So I went from dark purple all the way to white, tiny little spot of white there, and that kind of shows that it's rounded. You do not need to color them. Like I said, you could keep this just for reference, how you did your 3D shapes, or you could make it into something. Up to you guys. I hope you guys had fun with this project, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!